Hello, in this video I will demonstrate all of the features of the Torn Targets website. You get into Settings in Torn City, API keys, and you choose the limited access API key. If you want, you can still use the public, but some things will not be as good. And you search for torntargets.com. This is the first thing you see. If you want, you can read it. And I enter the API, and you see it tells me my battle stat score, and it shows me targets that are perfect for me to attack. This one is exactly enough for me to get 3 fair fight points, and the others are either close or just a bit above, not too much, so that I can't win. But for every status of OK, offline, time in the hospital, for every row, it spends one API call. So if I want to move pages before, I should stop the fetching from the API and click next, see what else I see if I want to attack more. And I can use previous to get back, or I can just refresh the page. But let's say I found someone that I want to attack on a regular basis. He's easier than the others and gives me good points. So I just click on whether I want to add to my favorites. And then I click refresh and click show favorites. And then I can ignore the main table and just use this. You can also keep fetching, and it works here as well. But I don't want to focus on favorites. I want to see what else I can do with this. And first, you can also show estimated range of total status. Total stats, sorry, not status. It will be, this is the entire possible range, but it will be closer to the lower one. This is just the entirety that is possible with this battle stat score. I'm used to just seeing the battle stat score, so I'm not going to use this. And let's say you want to start chaining. So you want to only use targets that have no faction. You don't want to mess with anyone. So let's do filter by faction. And now you see the default is seeing no faction. I'll stop fetching. I don't want it for a bit. And if you enter 0, it will also show you no faction. But let's say you are in the middle of a war and you want to attack a specific function. So you just enter the faction that you want to get in a war with. Let's say this faction, and as you see, this is the ID of the faction. You take it, you put it here, and any data in the database on people in this faction will show up. You can see if they are okay or not. If someone is showing as loading at this point, it's probably because he's not in the faction. The data on him is not accurate. He probably left. And what is good here is that when searching by faction, it does way less API calls. It just checks the faction with one API call and tells you who is connected within it. So it's not one API for every row. It's one API for the entire check, even for next pages. So this allows for more API calls to be being made. We can use it more than what we used previously. It's less wasteful. So this updates every 6 seconds. If something will change, it will update after 6 seconds. Sometimes there is a delay, sometimes the data itself from the server is late, so it can also be 12. As you can see, it's ordered by targets that are more efficient for me to attack. They are all slightly weaker than me, so I should attack this guy. And if I was like very weak compared to them, it will only show me the ones that I can beat at the top and then later show the stronger ones. Another thing is, yeah, we can actually demonstrate it. Let's say I have a friend that has a 500 battle stat score, okay? So I can enter it manually and then write 500. And it will show me what targets he should attack. So this is someone that is just slightly weaker than him. It's not ideal, is really strong for him. But as you see, those show up immediately after, and then impossible or really far targets, really weak targets. And yeah, this is impossible. So those are basically the main features. But we just talked about seeing. We didn't talk about how it updates. So as it happens to be, my faction is going to be in the middle of a war, of a ranked war with We Are Rising. So let me just pause the video and I'm gonna start attacking We Are Rising. As you can see, at this point, I have data on only 4 members of We Are Rising. Someone attacked them. Oh, he is no longer in the faction. So I'll try to gather more data because the war is we're gonna be against them. So I'm pausing the video, attacking as much as I can from them, and looking how much it has updated. Okay, I attacked some of them, and let's see what got updated. I click refresh, and then I will click refresh again. Okay, so as you see, by attacking them, I gathered a lot more data. Initially, I had 4, and with one that isn't there, that's one of the 4, and now I have a lot more. And as you can see, now I have a lot more data. A lot of them are in the hospital because I just attacked. And yeah, it will get updated if one of them gets out of the hospital. It will get updated every 6 seconds. So it's really good for war. And if someone else from my faction uses this to also attack them, you will also see a change. I will also see the targets that he found. So that's good. And that's it.